pleasure to be here. I just want to start with clearing one thing. The guy you saw is me. I'm just been having a bad hair day. With that out of the picture, good afternoon to all of you. Like I said, it's a pleasure to be here. I lead the GCC vertical charter for Airtel, and there's some stuff that we are trying to do. I'm going to run you through that. Let me start with congratulating all of you who are in this room for the amazing work that you guys have done in this space. I mean, look at some of these stats. From a current count of about 1700, you guys are expected to grow to about 2200 in the next 5 years. From a revenue of about 64 billion estimated, you're expected to grow almost 50% to about 105 billion in the next 5 years. I think this is where the most amazing stuff that has happened. The amount of opportunities that you guys have created for people of this country is just amazing. Current count of 1.9 million, expected to grow by again 50% to about 2.8 million. And this is just the direct employment. Imagine the amount of indirect employment and other opportunities that you guys have created. I think this is an amazing amount of work that you guys have done. And this is something that we've been hearing over and over again in this entire session, that there has been a continuous shift from for all of you to do to be a high value driven hubs for your headquarters, to do more high value work here, which involves a lot of engineering services and research based services. Now, in our understanding, I think these are the 4 opportunity areas that we believe some of you guys have been trying to do. Leading the digital first charters for the company, being the cost efficient hubs for your headquarters, doing a lot of high value work here, being the largest multifunctional center outside of your corporate headquarters, and of course scale. Scale is now, this is what we have understood by talking to various industry leaders that we have been doing over the last few weeks. I think the digital first charter is largely linked to adoption of new technology. We've heard the panel speak about Gen AI and AI ML technologies and how you guys are adopting. There are a lot of, I know of people who are doing the global POCs out of the country and then adoption happening globally. I think data security is of paramount importance today. A lot of work is been happening in the country to secure data globally for you guys, and of course analytics and digital transformation initiatives that are getting driven here. Like I mentioned, there are a lot of value driven functions that are being that are getting done here now, largely around R&D, product development, engineering services, and of course linked to that is also the new and emerging technologies that are happening here. I think this whole setup, this whole ecosystem started with the cost arbitrage that people keep talking about, but I think we have moved away from that basic cost arbitrage that we started with. Availability of talent is both a boon and bane right now, because there is a lot of availability of talent. That's why a lot of work is now coming our way. But it's also a bane because now there is so much competition that finding the right talent for you guys is also becoming an important difficult thing. A lot of expansion that we are currently now seeing happening in the tier 2 cities, which obviously helps bring down the costs. Follow the sun model so that there is, at any point of time, there are people working on the initiatives that some of you guys are driving. And like I mentioned, R&D and product, not only it's high value work, but it also, because you are doing it in a very cost efficient manner, you are able to drive down the overall product development cost, that is direct addition to the bottom line of the company. Now, I just want to spend next few minutes on what we are trying to do with GCCs and how we are trying to enable GCCs to deliver high-end value. These are just some of the examples that we have already done with some of the industry leaders in this space. We've helped people deploy their cloud connects across multiple geographies. We've helped companies build resilient DCDR backed with combined SLA, and we've also helped companies build resiliency around connectivity to their home offices. I'm going to spend a little more time on subsequent slides on this. These are the 5 things that we believe you need a partner for: security, connectivity, customer engagement initiatives, physical network infrastructure, and data center. Now the choice that you have is whether you want one partner to do all of this, or you want multiple partners and make your life more difficult? We strongly believe that we are that one partner that you can actually work with. I just want to give you, like I gave you some of the numbers in my initial slides, some of the numbers that you see here. Top 25 GCs in the country today, right now, already trust us. Look at the scale. We are already $100 billion company. I'm sure a lot of you are not aware of this. We are among the top 5 companies in the country today. That's the kind of scale that we have. And the amount of business that we do currently with, out of the total 1700, we already serve about 900 GCC in the country right now in some way or the other. Now, I don't want to spend a lot of time on domestic connectivity because that's obviously our bread and butter. I want to spend a minute on what we are trying to do to connect enterprises globally. We are gateway for the world to Africa. Given our presence there, anybody who wants to set up operations in Africa, we are the gateway for them. There is something very unique that we do on the global connectivity side. There are a lot of geopolitical risky routes, as we call it in telecom terms, where there are either issues related to wars, issues related to geopolitical risks that are happening. We help companies avoid those problematic routes and help them connect to their head offices. These are some of the routes that I mentioned: Red Sea, South China Sea, Egypt. A lot of you may not be aware that it's not just India outwards connectivity that we do. We do a lot of non-India touching connectivity as well. We are actually do a lot of connectivity from Asia to Europe and towards the American subcontinent. Other than connectivity, these are some of the areas that we are trying to spend a lot of time and building these businesses on. The panel before talked about the importance of creating BCPs and the data centers and all of that. Again, a lot of you will not be aware of this. We are the largest standalone data center company in the country today. The amount of business that we do there. We run 12 hyperscalers scale data centers and 120 HDCs. On the managed services side, there is a lot of work that we do on helping you establish the physical infrastructure for the offices that you operate. Among the industry specific solutions, the only two that I would really want to sort of spend a minute on is there are a lot of energy management initiatives that some of you are driving, and we help companies to achieve those energy management initiatives. And a regulated and sovereign cloud, which will help you do data localization within the realms of regulatory framework. Those are the things that we are trying to do in this space. That's all I had. Happy to have any questions that you guys have, either here or outside as well.